Hey, it started, I think. Okay, yeah. Hi. Good morning. My name's Waldo.
Modular.
How you doing?
Doing good, man. How
Cool.
are you?
I'm good. Nice and chill. Not too busy this week. So, as usual, we will discuss the news, and then you and I have some uh, fun healthcare debate stuff planned, and I've got some videos and some links, and you've brought your own as well. So feel free to send those to me whenever,
All right.
and we can get us started. Oh my God, Kyle's already in chat. We already have a chatter. He's here and he's
Oh,
ready to go.
hello, Kyle.
uh, let's start with the news. Let me bring up my news links and swap to the screen for the news links. And there we go. There it is. The big news. Everybody's excited. Uh,
I
Mr.
mean,
Biden accidentally left some classified documents in an old office.
it happens.
It happens.
It happens. I can think of another guy that left some classified docs at his house.
Oh yeah? Who was that?
Yeah, the old Trumpster, man.
Did he leave them at his house, or did he willingly steal them after he was told he couldn't take them? I
Oh, I
think
have
it
no
was
idea.
I think it was that second one.
Okay. I
Um,
don't think so, but I mean
uh, I that's what it seems like when the in so both sides are not the same here. I'm gonna uh, argue against an argument you didn't make, but some Republicans and conservatives are making. Both sides. See, everybody does it, and yeah, everybody does sometimes make mistakes, but sometimes Donald Trump knows that it's a mistake, does it anyway, and then lies about it afterward. And I think that's the big difference is you've got uh, Biden leaving things behind accidentally, and the NARA, the uh, National something records something, uh, didn't even know they were missing. So when his lawyers found them, if they were crooked lawyers, and you find things that nobody knows is missing, you shred them and pretend it never happened. But they didn't. They did the right thing. They did the honest thing and called NARA immediately and said, "Hey, we found these. Do you want them?" And they were like, "Yeah." And then they are investigating how it happened, and Mr. Joe Biden's lawyers are participating willingly with that investigation. Where
nice.
where Trump was told specifically ahead of time, you cannot take those. He did it anyway. Then when they said, hey, we know you took those, please give them back, he refused. And then he lied about it. Then they put in legal documents like a subpoena. Give us those documents. He lied about it and refused. He got back some, but not all of them. And the rest he lied about and refused. And then they do a search warrant and they find them and they bring them back. And then he lies about that and refuses to accept that it's real. Uh, that is, I think, the difference between the two sides. And honestly, I think you could extrapolate that explanation out to both sides on just about every issue. The Democrats are not perfect and they screw up, or they have a bad intention, or they don't do a thing right, and the Republicans do bad things on purpose and then lie about them
Well,
later.
hold on.
Yeah,
Trump might.
Trump might, and I mean he's the leader of the Republicans. He is
Um,
the frontish
well,
runner.
he was.
Hmm. He's not
I
anymore.
think that well, there's a bit of a split going on. I mean, as evidenced by our speaker votes, there's a split in the party.
Hmm.
Um, Trump is not really so favored anymore. I mean, and it's now come down to the people that are still the hardcore Trumpers versus the Republicans at this point.
Hmm.
I definitely wouldn't call him the leader of the Republicans anymore.
Uh, okay. I mean, if he's, I don't know. I guess he doesn't. He is a leader, maybe not the leader.
Well, I'll put it this way: in 2016, there was nobody that, uh, there was nobody else that I supported as much as I supported Trump.
Hmm.
But in 2024, I lean more towards DeSantis if he ends up running against Trump.
Hmm.
So,
That's fine. Um, we can talk about that when it happens. Uh, this sentence right here: the American people deserve transparency and accountability for their most senior executive branch law enforcement officials, says a guy, which is great. I agree. Super cool. Investigate uh, Joe Biden, find out how those things got missed and why the NARA didn't even know they were gone. Figure out what to do. Sounds good. Um, investigate Trump also and find out what happened. Sounds good to me. The issue is that this will be turned political. Anytime, uh, let's imagine, hypothetically for a moment, the Justice Department decides not to prosecute Biden or bring up any sort of a legal issue at all. It was an accident. The lawyers left it behind, and then they didn't even know they were missing, and problem goes away. Uh, that will cause conservatives to scream bloody murder. That it's not fair, and that Trump is being attacked by the Justice Department, and it's being weaponized against him, and it's a witch hunt, and they just don't like him and his hair, and because of that, they're weaponizing the Justice Department to harm him. And that'll be our politics. That'll be on the news. That'll be the headlines. That's what I will have to discuss with you.
well, the headlines certainly don't do any favors in that regard. Um, I mean, what did you get when the raid on Mar-a-Lago happened? Right. The headline was FBI raids Mar-a-Lago
Hmm.
for classified documents.
Hmm.
Right. So, but but then you get the headlines for this: classified documents found in Biden's old home or office or whatever.
Hmm.
The headlines certainly paint a different picture for each one, right? Which may or may not be justified.
I think those are both correct headlines.
Okay, but they don't explain the context in the end of Trump took this stuff after he'd been voted out to Mar-a-Lago,
Hmm.
whereas I think the Biden documents are actually like what 6 pages
He
of
was,
classified information.
if I, well, I read one that said it was about 20 pages, and it was put there while he was vice president and accidentally left there. So he was in office, took that to the office that he was working from, and when they left, vacated the office, when he left normally, they just got left behind.
Yeah, so you have two different situations happening,
Hmm.
but the headlines don't convey that.
Right,
The
and
headlines make it sound like they both did the same thing,
right,
and one of them got rated for it.
right,
Which,
and
yeah,
that will lead to conservatives online yelling about how both sides are the same and only one side gets punished.
I'll lump
And,
me in with them.
and I'm not going to lump you in with them yet.
Hey, I'm a conservative, bro. You
I know.
can't just say conservatives.
They're, I know, but they aren't usually. Well, I will talk to them if they want to talk to me. Uh, um, but yeah, at the moment they're investigating, and that sounds good.